if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I've cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I've cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday. Smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Zones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls, y'all know we have Music Monday, but, of course, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of sold out, which I didn't say in the beginning, but we also have the sold out Discord. The link is pinned in the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we can continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out on time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the sold out Discord. Shameless plug, and it is free to sign up. We also have a music section over there, a sports section as we get ready to, you know, get things back up here. You know, before you know it with sports, that's always entertaining for me as well. But it's a nice topic, man. I got several. That's why I want to make sure I start on time tonight. But I got several topics that I want to hit here tonight. And yeah, man, we'll get on by this thing. As you can see, people really been showing a lot of love to the Music Monday shorts, so I really appreciate that. But several topics. Looks like Boosie Badass hit with a civil lawsuit over the alleged hookah attack on Houston security guard. So I remember covering that story where I don't think it was Boosie himself who actually threw. And again, let me start even further, right? Whole Live is alleged. We don't know nothing at all. We're just reading what's reported, giving a few thoughts on it. But hey, we cannot predict the future. We have no say so on what happened or what somebody else reported, right? Okay. But I remember I played the video, and it's even probably a short of it, where I think the actual hookah that was thrown, it didn't come from Boosie himself, so I don't know how well the lawsuit will go. But a civil lawsuit is different from a criminal lawsuit. If you think about it, the criminal lawsuit means, hey, if you lose, you could do some jail time. Civil lawsuit means if you lose, you may have to pay something, right? And you're gonna have to pay something regardless, because if anything that I've learned from Boosie, if I had to guess, he's gonna go with legal representation, which means he's gonna have to spend some more money on attorneys. Which, Boosie, dog, you gotta be tired of doing that. But every good person, or every person in general, should at least have some form of good legal representation in their corner at all times, man, because you just never know when life's right? So we're going to do an update on Boosie's civil lawsuit from the Houston security guard that got hit with the hookah allegedly. We got an update on Chris Brown. Looks like he has pled guilty after the UK nightclub brawl and faces 3 years in prison. So we got an update on Breezy. Speaking of which, I think also we got Diddy up on here. Pause. Look like he's been placed, and this all is alleged. We don't know. Looks like he's been placed in consolatory confinement after prison fight. So I'm probably going to say that one for last. And then also we got Tay-K. Tay-K wins a temporary pause in his murder case appeal. So we're going to see how that goes for him. You know, not really been looking good for him on the things. We're probably going to start there. We'll probably start there, go with Boosie, Chris Brown, and then actually we'll start with the worst of the worst to, you know, it is what it is, right? Let's just keep it 100. Let's go Chris Brown, Boosie, Tay-K, and no, actually we're going to go Jay-Z first. We got one more topic too, so I want to make sure I get these in order so the stream will flow nice and smooth here. But Jay-Z fights to keep the $119,000 paternity judgment and bankruptcy case. So we're going to do that. Then we'll go Chris Brown. Then we'll go Boosie. Then we'll go Tay-K. And then we'll close out with Diddy. You know what I mean? I've been keeping up with his case since the whole thing kind of started. So I feel like it was only right that I cover that tonight as well. So as you come in and out, man, don't forget to smash that like button and sub up. And y'all, of course, let me know if audio and visuals looking good. Stream look like it's holding up very well. And yeah, we're going to get this party started, man. So first things first, I do want to start with this Jay-Z thing. I know we've been covering Jay-Z pretty much all last week and a little bit of this week. Seemed like just more and more coming. So I know there's been things that's been going on behind the scenes that Jay-Z's had to deal with, and it just come with the game of his, you know, statue and his leverage. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds, and boom, you guys should be seeing my screen. But it says Jay-Z fights to keep $119,000 paternity judgment and bankruptcy case. The rapper's lawyers argued that the six-figure awarded was granted significantly because of the fraud and harassment. So if I'm not mistaken, and these are some key takeaways, right? If I'm not mistaken, so let's see what the key takeaways for, and then I'll give my thought process on what I think is actually going on here. But it says Jay-Z has asked a bankruptcy court to preserve the $119,000 in attorney fees he was awarded after a paternity-related lawsuit for the Lily Coleman was dismissed. So I think that if I'm not mistaken, fam, and I've seen this come across my feed a lot, where apparently, and this is alleged, so I mean, I'm assuming short answer is probably no, but she's asking for a paternity test, saying that's his son, and looks like he's won the case where he doesn't have to take the paternity test. So I mean, to be honest, we don't know. They keep saying is that, this, and the third, but I mean, without no paternity test, like a, you know, person actually where they have to do a DNA testing type of thing, then you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm assuming any other like Jay-Z members won't get involved, but if you ever done one, you know, they're pretty like supposed to be accurate. I've seen people do several ones and still get the same result, but most people, right? And this is like when you're not Jay-Z, you end up, they'll make you take the joint just cause, you know what I'm saying? But when you on a level of Jay-Z, no disrespect, if he doesn't want to take one, you know what I'm saying? He's got the right amount of bread to not take one, right? But it says his lawyers argue coldly the godmother and legal guardian of Ramir Sethright is using bankruptcy to dodge a debt imposed because of what the court deemed years fraudulent and harassment litigation. It says the six-figure judgment stems from the California anti-SLAPP lawsuit or SLAPP suit. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. After a judgment dismissed Coley's case with the prejudice and ruled that it would take nothing from Jay-Z. Interesting. So let's just go down the rabbit hole on this one. That's just some key takeaways. But Jay-Z has filed a motion to have a $119,000 settlement he's entitled to in connection to the previously dismissed paternity case preserved after the defendant in the case filed for bankruptcy. So looks like Jay won the case and he wanted $119,000, I guess, in attorney fees that he spent, and the person that's filed for bankruptcy. Interesting. So looks like they're trying to find a way where, hey, we don't got it type of thing, which $119,000, that's not like a little bit of money for me anyway. That's a lot of money, and probably for the average Joe Schmo. Now to Jay-Z, maybe not. But even still, if he's suing it, trying to get it back, even he don't want to lose that money. You know what I'm saying? Every cent counts for real in your bank account. Let's keep it real. But it says, in legal documents filed by Hove legal team as reviewed by Complex, the rapper accused Lily Chloe, the godmother and legal guardian of Ramir Satterwhite, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, of asking the court to help her evade the court order consequences of her actions, right? Okay, so we're going to keep going. It says Coley alleged that Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, is the father of the Satterwhite, those whose mother is the late Wanda Satterwhite. Jay denied the allegation, and his motions have to have the lawsuit dismissed were later approved. So again, he denied it. I don't think there was actually a paternity test ever done. So you know what I mean? I feel like, hey, that's fair. Most people just go ahead and like, hey, it is what it is. It's over with. I'm not going to bother the person. But if you don't do something or say something or show people what you will do in return, they will keep going after you. Let's keep it 100. Cardi B's had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Where most people usually, all right, cool, it's over with. I'm done with it. I don't want any more parts of it. I'm done. But you got to run it back. Even if, clearly at this point, $119,000 in legal fees for him to do that, that's really costing him. I don't think he's going to get the money back, but also let this person know, like, hey, back off. I'm not the person to F with, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I would assume there had to be some proof. Because you think about it, if one person think they can get away with it, everybody's going to pull up and say he has kids by him. You know what I mean? And that not necessarily mean that it's necessarily true. But it says Coley filed for bankruptcy last year, which could result in her debts being erased. However, Jay-Z argues that the bankruptcy filing is an attempt to not pay the money she owes him after the lawsuit dismissal. His legal team argued that she's harassed him for over 10 years with numerous unfound court filings, online harassment campaigns, and public statements. The latest motion also argues that Coley has a history of contentious litigation and attempts to avoid paying the debt to Jay-Z. Earlier this year, it reported that Hove was entitled to recover $119,000 in attorney fees and related to costs in his lawsuit. So, looks like, she's got a cough up. And I don't know if she's doing that on purpose, but maybe she just truly didn't have it. She gets in front of the right attorney that's willing to work pro bono, and now it's kind of biting you in the you-know-what. I'm not saying that's the situation here, but usually a lot of attorneys will work, and get their money on the back end. But I'm not saying that's what she went through. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised, right? It says, in previous statement regarding a separate legal matter related to the claims, Jay-Z's attorney said the lawsuit were part of the decades-long harassment campaign, California anti-SLAPP suit, which rules that a paying defendant on a special motion to strike shall be entitled to recover the defendant's attorney fees and costs, was the key to the decision. So, for right now, she's on the hook. Fam, I don't know. I don't know this person's pockets, but if they're like us, $119,000, a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if he doesn't do anything, they're going to keep coming at him and doing all. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? A double-edged sword, so to speak. But that's the update on Jay-Z. I wanted to kind of cover that real quick, a little short story. Let's go and transition on to Chris Brown. We're making great timing right now. It says Chris Brown pleads guilty after UK nightclub brawl, faces 3 years in prison. Man, Chris can't catch a break, bruh. Even when he keeps a low profile, he still, like, you know what I'm saying, his name still comes up and stuff. Now, I will say this. I have seen what him and Usher, mainly Chris Brown, what been doing on their concert dates, man. I'm gonna put it this way. If you in a relationship with your girl, respectively, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I, and Usher's been known for doing it too. I don't know if I want my girl going to either one of their concerts. Not that I'm insecure or anything like that, but like, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? Your girl, 9 times out of 10, is going to be very rare if she don't take the bait. Pause, you know? But it says, if the singer gets prison time, he could miss the final dates of his joint tour with Usher. So him and Usher on tour together. No wonder they're both doing similar stories right here. But it says, key takeaways. Chris Brown pled guilty to the affray over a 2023 nightclub attack in London, while more serious charges, including assault and attempted grievous bodily harm, were dropped. Array in the UK carries a potential sentence of up to 3 years in prison, and Brown is due to be sentenced on October 26 at the Southwark Crown Court after being allowed to leave the country on bail. Says any prison time could force Brown to miss 12 dates of the joint tour with Usher, including shows in Atlanta, Inglewood, New Orleans, Houston, Miami Gardens, and Tampa. So I'm assuming if he's pleading guilty, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, okay, cool, let's give him some probation. I think this is a probation thing, especially stemming back from 2023. I mean, to be honest, I feel like Chris Brown has just kept like a low profile, and I feel like, why not? But it says, Chris Brown has pleaded guilty to the array in connection to his role in a nightclub attack that took place in the UK in 2023. It says, appearing at the Southwark Crown Court in London, UK on Friday, July 24th, the singer was due to face more serious charges, which he denied. Assault, attempting to cause grievous bodily harm, and having an offensive weapon, a tequila bottle, right? Okay, those charges have now been dropped. So he's had some charges dropped, and now he's got only one to worry about. So, I mean, even though it faces 3 years in prison, he could get probation. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, array is defined as using a threatening violence towards someone and making them fear for their safety. So they threw out all the other charges, but this one, like, you're still threatening the person. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this may be a slap on the wrist, because you can think of it as one of those like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. While you can say some offending things and it can technically hurt you, but I mean, it could be a far less worse, right? But it says the charge is punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Brown will be sentenced October 26th per BBC News. And I think we got a little video here. Let me see if I can play the joint, if it's actually playable. Let me see right here. Fair use. Hopefully there's no music on the joint, so we'll see what's up. Let's see real quick. Breaking news. Let's see real quick. Let's see. Oh, that was wow. As you can see, he's a very big famous over there. So yeah, that was a quick little video. The screaming of the fans, that threw me off. Kind of almost borderline made me jump out my skin, dog. For real. But it says, Brown was joined in court by a co-defendant and his vocal coach, who also performs under the name Hoodie Baby. He was alleged that Brown and his co-defendant attacked the music producer and at the London nightclub Tape in February 2023. The judge set bail conditions to allow Chris Brown to leave the UK, but he must return to the county on October 25th, a day before sentencing. So, yeah, so he should be back in October 25th to find out what his fate is, right? Let's see. If Brown's sentences includes prison time, it could affect the joint tour with Usher, the R&B tour, Raymond, and Brown, with him potentially missing 12 dates, which I don't think he wants that in his bag. He wants his bag. Chris Brown bought his bag, so I got to respect him for that. But says the shows he could miss includes future dates, and we covered that already, which would be Atlanta, right? And that would be, damn, look how many shows they got in Atlanta. That's November 7th, 8th, 10, and 11. And a date in Inglewood, California, November 15th. 2 in New Orleans, and that's November 20th, 2021. 1 in Houston, Texas, November 24th, and 2 in Miami Gardens, and that will be December 3rd and 5th, and 2 in Tampa, which is 11 and 12 December. So him and Usher booked, baby. They working. They get in their bed. They get into the bread. I gotta respect it. Let's keep going real quick. It says Boosie badass hit with a civil suit right here. So we're making great time. Want to make sure I cover this because I know the Diddy stuff may or may not take a long time, but we'll be on this joint roughly about another 30 minutes, man. Let's see real quick. It says Boosie badass hit with a civil lawsuit over the alleged hookah attack on Houston security guard, which I don't know if they have the video in here, but if they do, I'll see if I can play it for you guys just to get a quick little reminder. Let me pause this joint. In fact, let me put myself back on the main screen. I want to see if I can actually find this right here where Boosie and hookah. Let me put myself back on the main screen. I want to see how I can find like Boosie in the hookah video, which I know I had it before, but just a friendly little reminder real quick. Let's see, Boosie, and then we're gonna talk the hookah lounge joint. So I want to see if we can find the video. So hookah, which I'm very curious why Boosie is even in there in the first place, but hopefully we can get some fair use. Let me see if we got some video here. News, no, we'll go to images, because sometimes you can just find it faster in the images real quick. I know he had spoke out before, but I mean it come with the game. And he had to know that was coming with it too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see real quick if they have it here. That's floating around on Instagram. Let me see real quick. Because, again, a lot of this he could have just easily avoided. Let me see if I can find the video on X real quick. Because X usually has that, like, raw, uncut joint. So give me, like, 2 seconds. Let's see. Let's go to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, Twitter low-key, ever since it's been taken over, it's like raw and uncut, man. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with the joint, though, because I don't really want to get no trouble or anything like that. Let me see. Search Boosie hookah video. Let's see. Because that'll be an easier one to find. Let's see. Hookah video. Boom. Hookah. I'll see if we can just put that in there real quick. Because I'm pretty sure if it's a video in there, he's been tagged in the joint. I think this is it right here from Double XL. I don't know. Let me see if it's loud music. Yeah, so let me see if I can play this. Share my screen. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom. This is what we're referring to right here. This is on Twitter. So this is the video that's floating around. Let me see if I can get a little audio going on to it real quick. Let me see. Boom. Let's see. That's some video. So we'll run it back. Looks like somebody, but see, that was the video of his security guard throwing it back right there.
Hey, security. Hey, security. Handle that. Handle that.
We'll watch it one more time.
Stop. Hey, security. Hey, security. Handle that. Handle that.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Boosie didn't throw it, but somebody from his like direction threw it. I don't know what the guy is, but that's the video that's floating around. If I'm not mistaken, he actually said something about it. If I'm not mistaken, right here, we'll see if he actually that's the video. Now, I think he actually addressed it, but I don't know if he actually said it. I think this is him addressing it right here. Let me see if I can play this real quick, fair use. Let's see, this is Boosie addressing
all my family and fans, man, I'm okay, bro. I'm all right. It's basically a money grab, man. It's a money grab, bro. This is what you go through as an entertainer.
Which, I get it, because I can agree with Boosie to this one, because this is a civil lawsuit we're talking about, not criminal. He ain't even looking at jail time. He's looking at somebody suing him for money. Let's keep going.
The facts of the case have come out. I mean, we in court now. But this is a money grab, man. This guy wasn't even supposed to be a security in the first place, man. This nigga done 17, 18 years for aggravated armed robbery with a deadly weapon. He just got caught at the border a couple years back, smuggling women out the country and in the country.
Is this a form of snitching, or I mean, he's talking about a guy that's suing him for a money grab, but I mean, is this a form of snitching? Because, Boosie's a very strong advocate about no snitching, right? I just want to throw it out there.
We just got off federal paper. So man, it's shit a money grab, bro. You know, when I first found out about the warrant a couple days ago, I contacted my PO. I let him know what was going on. But to all my fans, all my family, you know, I ain't even tell my family about this.
Man, you would think Boosie getting tired of going through the legal system, dog. Like every year you're fighting something, dog. Me personally, I'm tired for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be asking like, yo, why you keep a low profile? Why you be this, that, and the third? I'm like, dog, I don't been through this before. When I finally got my joint cleared up where I didn't have to pay nobody no more, you know what I'm saying? Like attorney fees and all that. Like, dog, yeah, I'm still in recoup mode. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But I mean, I get it. This is part of his job, so to speak. You know what I mean?
This was going on, you know, I'm alright though, man. It's just life. Life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing, man. But, you know, God got me, bro. So that's what it is. My next court date at the end of September up for this. So, it is what it is, though. But I'm alright, man. To all my fans, all my family, I'm alright.
So he's saying he good, he's straight, and as you can see, same thing that we were talking about here. This is an example. So let's get back to the article real quick. But yeah, this was a good one for sure. Let me get back to where we're going with the article, because I don't think I got too far with it. But it says Boosie Badass is facing a civil lawsuit of his alleged assault on the security guard at the Dome nightclub in Houston, Texas, in May. Right now, it says as a report by TMZ, the security guard Edward Englehart the second has filed a lawsuit against the Baton Rouge rapper for the alleged smashing of glass hookah over his head on May 24th. Englehart said that he was hired to provide security for the VIP area during an event at the Dome nightclub in Houston, and things went south after a woman approached him asking to use the toilet in the VIP area. So I'm assuming he had to say no. You know what I'm saying? Which I get it, because, you know, lady go use a bathroom, come back out, she don't never leave VIP. But it's certain ways how you kind of handle things. But it says the woman claims she was in the VIP area with the rapper, real name Terrence Hatchett Jr., but he was unable to determine whether she was telling the truth and detected her to be asking another security guard. She allegedly berated and hit him. So he grabbed her and attempted to lead her away from the VIP area. She fell, and when he bent over to pick her up her belongings, he struck the glass with the hookah by the rapper. So he claims Boosie, but see in the video, it doesn't show Boosie threw anything or did anything. He just was standing there. Like, he saw the altercation stuff going down, but they let him fall back. It says he was left with injuries as a result of the incident and was transparent in a nearby hospital. So he was transported to the nearest hospital. So I don't think Boosie hit him with it, but again, battery is like a rough definition real quick that we could probably look up. It says Englehart is seeking damages of assault and battery as well as defamation for making the alleged false claims about him on social media. The company behind the club, 1720 Main Street Entireties, is also named as a defendant in the lawsuit for the alleged providing too much alcohol to Boosie Badass and his guests in the VIP section. I mean, do you have proof that they were, even if they were drunk, if you didn't do no, like, I guess you can say like breath analyzer, then you can't really say that, hey man, these guys are drunk. I mean, you can make your best educated guess, but without no hardcore proof, I don't feel like that's going to stick, but that's just me. And if you ask me, but let's look up the definition of battery real quick. I want to kind of cover this. We're moving great time, so only got two more stories to actually hit. Battery crime. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. So let's kind of break it down real quick. What we got on Google's real quick. AI. Let me see. Share my screen again. Boom. But it says battery is a criminal offense defined as unlawful and intentional application of physical force or unwanted contact against another person without their consent. So basically saying you hit somebody and they didn't say it was okay for you to hit them, right? So the difference between assault and battery. Assault is a threat or the creation of the fear of harm. So assault basically means You're letting the person, you're giving a warning, hey, I'm about to beat you, you know what, and then you do it, right? An attempt to be a threatening act, while battery requires an actual physical contact, they are often charged together as assault and battery. Meaning sometimes you like keep saying it, then you just up on the person. But sometimes some people don't say anything, they just get right straight to it. Now, simple battery involves a minor non-entry contact, an offense insulting and provoking, like poking or unwanted touch. So yeah, battery could be something as like, yo, you poke the person, hey, yo, don't try, you know what I'm saying? And we've all done that, but actually you're low-key breaking the law. Even if there's something that's simple, you know, you get a slap on the wrist for it unless you just got a criminal history behind it. And then aggravated battery involves severe bodily harm, use of a deadly weapon, or a variable victims such as public safety officers or pregnant individuals. So, I mean, you could take it up to that next level. So that breaks down the battery thing. I just want to kind of cover that real quick. Let's get back to the article. Let's see where it says, when planning to various investigate and defend Mr. Hatchett against these allegations, we wish everyone would reserve any judgment and allow the case to play out in court, said the rapper's attorney, Carl A. Moore, who claimed that the woman was a relative of Boosie and he was trying to decipherate the situation. So I don't think he actually threw it, but he was trying to probably check homie and let him know, calm down. It says, shortly after an incident, Boosie Badass was arrested in Harris County, Houston for causing reckless bodily injury. Let's see, Boosie has denied the allegations and claimed that he is being escorted, pretty much extorted basically for money. You know what I'm saying? This is basically a money grab, man. It's a money grab, bro. This is what you go through as an entertainer, Boosie claimed. The facts of the case will come out. I mean, we in court now. He also alleged that Englehart previously served 18 years in prison for aggravated armed robbery with a deadly weapon and got caught at the border of a couple years back smuggling women out the country and in and out the country. Wow. Smuggling out the country and in the country. So that's Boosie's thoughts on this. It says Boosie was previously been outspoken about his feelings on snitching. Said I knew they were gonna bring this up. I mean, Boosie is the guy that said like, hey, no snitching, no this, that, and the third. He's supposed to be the king of that, right? But I mean, everybody keeps saying like, yo, when you speaking out on this is snitching, this is snitching. But you know, snitching is a gray area. I mean, if anything, keep your mouth closed, work with your attorneys, and stay out of the camera. You don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? But it says Boosie was previously being outspoken about his feelings on snitching, said he alerted Englehart's parole officer after the incident. Meanwhile, the rapper could see his supervised release revoked by a judge for his involvement in the alleged incident. A probation officer for the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of California has accused the Baton Rouge rapper of violating the terms of his supervised release after being charged with aggravated assault. Again, it hasn't stuck yet, so I mean, you can't really, in my opinion, you shouldn't provoke it until you got the hard evidence. That's my thing. So, big ups to Boost. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everything goes right and works in his favor. Let's talk Tay-K. We were talking about this, I want to say like last week or week before last, but we got an update. But it says Tay-K wins temporary pause in his murder case appeal. Says the Texas rapper had asked for the pause so he could gather details about the key issues in the case. My thing is, you're already serving time, dog, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, even if you get it add on, it's a chance you can get your attorneys to get it to run concurrently, meaning with the time you already served. I mean, because at the time he's looking to get out now, even with good behavior, homie going to be looking like he be doing double digits, right? Respectively. And I hope that's not the case. But laws, changes, and things update, and he could be coming out sooner. A lot of this where some people don't do the long bids no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's not saying he won't. I mean, he had, you know, some serious charges on him. But it says some key takeaways for Tay-K is, he won a temporary pause in his appeal of his 80-year sentence. 80 years, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how old he is, right? But he went in there as like a teenager. You know what I'm saying? They charged him as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So 80 years, even if you went in there as a baby, you'll be 80 years, dog. You're 80 years old coming home. Dog, even if you do just half the time, that's like 40 years. You've still missed out on life. Dog, yeah. I don't wish that on my enemies, dog. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, what they say, right? Allegedly. It says his appeal for the 80-year sentence of the San Antonio murder of photographer Mark Anthony Silvavar so the original trial court date can issue a written findings on the contested iPhone search warrant. It says the appeals court gave the trial judge 10 days to explain why the iPhone evidence wasn't suppressed, after which Tay-K will restart his appeal and file a brief laying out his argument. Tay-K's lawyers also argued the jury got a total misimpression of the key witness, Jonah Reyes, which sent her credibility, while the rapper remains separately sentenced to 55 years for a 2016 home invasion with a protected release date of August 8, 2099. So, I mean, he's got numbers hanging over his head. So he's trying to appeal one at a time, I'm assuming, which this ain't free, dog. If you're going to appeal cases and stuff like this stuff like adds up. Let me see if I can pause this ad real quick. Again, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but a lot of these ads, they just start running on their own. And yeah, I can't really like stop that. But anyway, it says, let's see, the 26-year-old rapper, real name Tamar Moncler, had asked last month that the appeal be paused temporarily so that the court that originally tried him can share in writing their thinking about the key issue in the case on Thursday, July 23rd. He got the delay he was asking for, right? Okay, so yeah, again, think about it. Tay-K, small important victory for him, so we're going to make sure we cover that. But yeah, it says Tay-K scored a small victory in the appeals conviction of the San Antonio murder case, for which he was sentenced to 80 years. Long time, dog. It says Tay-K attorneys took the issue with a search warrant issued for an iPhone that the law enforcement found inside a car that believed was associated with the murder of the photographer. During his original trial, the rapper tried unsuccessfully to suppress the results of the search, with the court ruling that the authorities did in fact have probable cause to obtain it. So he's trying to get that taken care of. Like, what probable cause do they have? This is where the law, you got to really go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Sometimes people beat these certain situations or get things overturned off of technicalities, you know what I'm saying? And I can see that right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he did or didn't do whatever they claim he did, but at the same time, yeah, sometimes you can get it off of a technicality. It just depends on the situation. But it says Tay-K requested that the trial make written findings and facts and conclusions of the law, laying out the reasoning of their decision in order to find out how to discuss the search warrant during the appeal. On Thursday, Texas Fourth Court of Appeals agreed, giving the trial court date 10 days to issue findings and conclusions, right? Once that's done, Tay-K's appeal will be restarted. The next step is for the rapper to file a brief laying out the arguments. A due date for that will be set, and the case is restarted. I see you, man, with the kicks. Says, sup, sold out family. What up, Mannies? What up, what up, what up? We're just getting through this Tay-K article. Then we're going on to Mr. Diddy's, and then we're going to wrap things up here in like 15 minutes, dog. Appreciate you for coming through as always. It says Tay-K's attorneys filed an appeal of the verdict in May 2025, 1 month after he was sentenced for the murder of the photographer Mark Anthony Salvador. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. They argued that one of his alleged accomplices in the murder, Jonas Reyes, was not a trustworthy witness in the trial. Reyes is one of the testified that Tay-K fired the fatal shot that killed him, and the appeal that the rapper's lawyer said that the prosecutors represented Reyes' legal record, leaving the jury in the case while a total misimpression of her apparent credibility. Tay-K is famous for his song 2017, The Race. So I remember that song was good, but I mean, to be honest, dog, even if he was a free man, would Tay-K still be making hits? I guess the question is unknown. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to be honest, the Race joint was okay, but I ain't want to hear that joint every single day. Now at the time, you know, I played it from here and there. I'll keep it real, but it just wasn't for me. Which recorded while he was on the run from authorities and was released the day he was caught. Oh, wow. So that means pretty much he already knew he was about to get caught. So pretty much he probably already like, hey, let's go and get this prepared up because I know when I get caught, you know, it's going to be a while. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. So as a part of the The photographer's killing Tay-K was separately convicted and sentenced to 55 years in prison for his involvement in the 2016 home invasion that claimed that the life of Ethan Walker. According to the state prison records, his projected release date is August 8, 2099. So that one he claimed that, he was there and they did rob the guy, but he wasn't the shooter. Now, the guy who was the shooter did get more time than he did, but at the same time, dog, 55 years, yeah. I mean, it's not light work. Let's just keep it 100, dog. It's not light work at all. So hopefully, he can get some of a reducement. If anything, I say get a young blood 20 year, get it down to 20. Hopefully that wakes him up. I mean, looking at his images and stuff like that, I mean, there's a lot of things we could probably look at where I'm just like, I don't know where this all went wrong. Honestly, dog, I'm going to say this. Think about whenever you're about to do something that that is like against the law or something like, not worth the risk. Think about it, man. Think about, hey, if I get caught or this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's easier said than done because you don't want to crash out. You know what I'm saying? I get that, right? But let's do an update on Diddy for like the last 15 minutes and then we'll wrap things up here. Hopefully he should be coming home here towards the end of next year. What we've been seeing, his sentence has been getting reduced, but with this allegedly be going around, it says Diddy reportedly placed in solitary confinement after prison fight. Again, I'm going to say this, man. Say what you want to say about Diddy, the videos, this and the third, all the negative stuff that, he's seen. Diddy is one where obviously, I don't know about, mess with him. He's got stuff where he's put hands on people allegedly, right? I remember one time I was floating around, he slapped Drake. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true, but that was just one to be the rumors. Like he slapped Drake one time, you know what I'm saying? And let's just keep it 100. They blame him all the time for, Tupac situation, right? Sometimes they get blamed for big situation. You know what I'm saying? He gets blamed for a lot of things. Now, I don't know if any of it is true, but I'm just saying all that stuff has been speculated and floating around. But it says Diddy reportedly got into a fight with another inmate at the New Jersey Fort Dix Federal Prison. Pause, right? So it's DIX, right, is what I'm saying, right? Just want to throw it out there because, yeah, that didn't sound right to keep it 100. But it says Sean Diddy Combs, who is currently serving a 50-month federal prison sentence on 2 counts of prostitution charges, right, was reportedly placed in solitary confinement this week after he got into a fight with another inmate. Now, solitary confinement basically means they just separate you from everybody else, and you literally, you got to stay there for however long, right? Some people say it's not bad. Some people usually like kirk out. Some people have issues. Let me see if I can pause this video real quick. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've seen it. I've never been through it personally. Don't want to ever go through it. In fact, I don't want to ever go to jail, if I'm going to keep it 100. But it says, as reported by TMZ, multiple sources said that Diddy got into a fight with another inmate in New Jersey, the New Jersey Federal Correctional Institution for Dix. The fight allegedly kicked off after other inmate dissed the disgraced Bad Boy Records founder, who escalated the argument into a physical altercation. Sources allege that Diddy held his own during the fight, which involved both of them throwing punches at each other, but it was broken up by prison staff. So this is my thing, dog. I'm going to say this. Say what you want to say. Diddy, he may do some unique things behind the scenes. I'm going to say that correctly, right? For YouTube and fair use. But I don't think like everybody that told me that's been involved with the guy, he about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like, it's hard to picture that, but apparently, even if they talk a lot of stuff, but when he pull up or when stuff go down, people tend to back down. I wonder why. That's just what I got in there, right? Wonder why. But it says, after the fight was broken up, Diddy said he had to be placed in solitary confinement. So I don't know if sources approved this, but this was reported like on January 24th, so Friday. When reached out for a comment, the complex on January 24th, the Federal Bureau of Prisons rep offered the following. It says the Federal Bureau of Prisons does not comment on the conditions of the confinement, disciplinary matters, or other information regarding individuals inmates due to the privacy, safety, and security concerns. So I don't know if he's actually in there or not. Now, his attorneys is probably going to be reaching out and trying to figure out, is he or is he not? Me personally, I don't know. I don't see why he would even be put in a situation where he got to defend himself like that. But I mean, to be honest, you got to do the time. Eventually, you're going to have some human connect. And then keep in mind, he's got to do like If I'm not mistaken, he has to do like some form of like community service and stuff like that. So if he can start it by doing that, I thought that's what he was doing while he was in there with certain people giving motivational speeches and whatnot and working like that. So, I mean, to be honest, it could be, you know, he was doing something like that and somebody got in their feelings. Cause I mean, let's just keep it 100. No matter how you slice it and dice it, Diddy coming home soon, dog. And even if, you know, somebody could be in there a little bit longer, but he's supposed to be in one of the most upscale, you know, and this is probably not going to come out right, but, you know, as far as prisons, one of the best prisons you can be in, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, if you got to go to one, this is the one you want to be at, so to speak, you know, to make visits easier. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the food is or what have you, but I mean, to be honest, one thing I can say about Diddy, he's been keeping a low profile. I don't know what he's been doing to occupy his time or what he's doing on the phone or about his personal life, but I mean, what he's done is keep his comments to himself, doing his time like a G, and just keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? He's been down this rabbit hole before. This is not his first time standing in front of a judge. You know what I'm saying? And probably, I hate to say it, probably won't be his last. You know, but I will say I've seen other people speak out saying, you know, hey, this man got to get home to his kids. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Diddy has what, 8, 9 kids, give or take. Yeah, man. And what you could say, his baby mamas, them, he keeps them quiet. You know what I'm saying? He keeps them together because obviously he making sure he taking care of his kids financially. Now I know what they're saying, right? People say like, yo, paying the money don't make you a good dad. It may not, but it definitely fucking helps. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. But it says in 2025, Diddy was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation for the purpose of prostitution and was sentenced to 50 months in federal prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Because he was already holding for 12 months at the time he was sentenced, he is currently expected to be released in 2028. After the trial, he was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and X trafficking. Saying that for the purpose of YouTube, and I want to say this, dog. Not bad considering what he was facing, because he could have been down that road for a very long time. Now, this whole prostitution thing, I'm going to say this, dog. I mean, everybody I seen that took the stand, or everybody that I heard that took the stand allegedly, you know, they were all willing participants. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he was just paying them just to do that. You know what I'm saying? While it does kind of come across like that, because some of these females he was paying their rent, this, that, and the third, dog, he's not the only one doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real, dog. Diddy's in his 50s, right? Respectively. If you got a young, and this is in my thought, right? Allegedly, right? But if you got, and it's just in general, I'm speaking in general. If you in your 50s, male or female, right? And you got a young tenderoni around you, you don't think you're about to spend a little bit of bread on a young tenderoni to keep him around? You know what I'm saying? Hey, because in theory, you should have all, and this doesn't always apply, so there's exceptions to this rule. But you were supposed to be already up there, and like Diddy them, they already made it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he wants somebody easy on eyes. Like Roman says, he was dating people that's like his chicks that was his kids' age, you know, respectively. But with all that being said, but yeah, these chicks kept coming back and they accepted the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that doesn't mean it's not illegal, but I mean at the same time, I mean, any girl you talk to, in my opinion, right? You're going to spend a little bit of bread on her. Even if you got the most chill, down-to-earth girl, you're going to end up spending a little bit of bread. He just can spend it on another level. Now, what they did in the bedroom, if they all consented, and from what I've seen from the videos, they all seem like, well, I didn't watch the videos, so let me word that back. From what I heard from the videos, everybody looked like they already knew what to expect and what was going down, respectively. So, I mean, to be honest, that's, in my opinion, hey, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't have to like it, but I'm not here to judge it either. I mean, how a man gets down in his bedroom and what they do is their business, right? In my opinion, right? But yeah, pretty much he says he's currently expected to be released in February 2028. At trial, he was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and ex-trafficking charges, which that was the big one. So that really meant a lot for him, I'm sure, because, again, if he would have got those, he could have probably never been looking to come home. So this one, good behavior. But see, this is where it comes into play. If he's been thrown in a hole and he's in solitary confinement right now, does this violate? I ain't gonna say add more time, but it's like, all right, cool. Well, we're not gonna reduce it, because I think when you're in the feds, you gotta do at least 80% of the time. Now, if he would have just stayed local, or if this would have been a local case, he only has to do 50% of the time. So if he would have got sentenced to like say 5 years, you got to knock out 2.5. Good behavior. Hell, you could be home in a fucking year, respectively. You know what I'm saying? With the feds, they want their time. So you're going to knock out at least 80%, even with good behavior, with the credit on there. So, I mean, to be honest, yeah. He could be home as early as, if he stays out of trouble, he could be home as early as in 2027. So let me, let me clarify this, late 2027, right? I'm going to leave the rest, this little part of this article, then we're going to wrap this joint here for like the last 5 minutes. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Definitely smash the like button, really means a lot. But it says, earlier this month, footage surfaced showing the 56-year-old taking a walk inside the FCI Foot Dix, a low-security prison. More recently, he managed to sell his waterfront Star Island estate in Miami for $55 million in an off-market deal. So again, think about this. He ain't no point in keeping that place. You're not there. He's got other homes. I think he has multiple homes, obviously. So the one he enjoys the most, he's going to probably keep. Think about that. He's selling to Miami on $55 million. You know what I'm saying? Because he got attorney fees. These guys got to get paid. If I'm not mistaken, Diddy showed up with like 8 lawyers, right? Even if they're all like $1 million a piece, that's $8 million, but he's still $55 million up. Depending on what he bought the home for, maybe that's a win. Because if he bought it for like $5 million or something like that, then yeah, that's a win. It says the sale represents a $20 million gain. So if you think about it, over the $35 million he paid for. So there we go right there. That answers my question. He paid for the property in 2021. So he paid $35 million, right? But he sold it for $55 million. So that's $20 million gain from what he got from that. Rough math. Yeah, that's a win. And if he got to pay the attorneys $1 million a piece, he got to, and it's probably a little bit more than that. He probably gave these guys extra. You know what I'm saying? Diddy seems like a very generous guy when the math is mathing, especially now he's getting the money up. And of course, he still got to take care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? I see you, Devon. He says, what up, Devon? About to get ready to wrap this joint up here in like 3 minutes. Reading the last little part of this article. Where we at real quick? He says, purchased the property in 2020, which he gained the purchase from the Gloria Effenstein, or Epstein. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, or Effin fans, right? And her husband, which I'm not familiar who these people are. So let me see if I can right click on it, because maybe these are some like well-known people, but I'm not really familiar with them like that. That's probably why I butchered the name. But yeah, this is where Diddy apparently bought the home from. These two right here. The couple were accused of having a human trafficking tunnel that connected their Miami home to Diddy's. Wow. So I don't know. I wasn't ready for that one. Now, this was in August of 2025. Said they got a tunnel home accused of having human trafficking tunnel that connected their Miami home to Diddy's. So apparently he bought this, right? It says they must have had their day in court following a dismissed lawsuit that involved Diddy. So the case got dismissed, so it didn't really stick to begin with. Interesting. So, man, I don't know if it's true, but I have heard in the celebrity world, there's a lot of like unique things that go down. Devon says, Usher called a woman to the stage, and the way she was acting, Usher had to get her off stage. Yeah, I saw that clip too. Yeah, I saw that journey floating around too. What Shorty probably thought about, long story short, is like, well, I'm enjoying the concert. You know what I'm saying? This man ain't finna take me with him on tour and be with me for the rest. Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, Usher's engaged and or married, right? Which again, this probably just is part of work, and the mama probably accepted. But this is my thing. She kept it G, because I'm like, cool, I'm on stage. I'm not finna do all that because I gotta go home my dude. You know what I'm saying? If anything, your man looking at that, he can't be too mad. Devon says she on a clout chase. She possibly could be. You know what I'm saying? I saw that when you're talking about the Chris Brown joint. Says TMZ calls her and she would rather it was Chris Brown. Oh, so she rather, if she wanted that attention from Chris Brown and not Usher. Yeah, because they're on tour together, which I covered that earlier. So yeah. She could have politely declined. True. But you know how it is, man. You know how these certain females be, respectively. And I want to say that correctly. I don't want to offend anybody, Devon, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she could have just declined, but at the same time, people, anything they can do for clout to go viral, they will, respectively. So, yeah, I think that hits the hour mark. Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick. But yeah, man, this was a very interesting. We covered several topics. Let me put myself back on the main screen. Boom, right here. So we did an update Looks like Jay-Z is the woman who pretty much tried to get a paternity judgment on him, she's been filing for bankruptcy. He's still trying to keep the lawsuit, keep the pressure on her. That's an update for Jay-Z. Chris Brown, looks like he's pled guilty to the incident that happened in the UK, so we'll see what he faced here. I want to think it's in October, so don't quote me on that. Then Boosie, looks like he's got that civil suit hanging over his head for the hookah incident that happened in Houston, so we covered that tonight as well. Tay-K has got a temporary pause on his appeal, just so now that, he can find out more information and see how he can best put his appeal together through his attorneys. And then also we did an update on Diddy. Looks like he's been placed in solitary confinement, allegedly. Whole Live is alleged. I want to say this whole thing's alleged from beginning to end. I don't know nothing. Just covering what's reported, man. So anyway, bonus joint right at the hour mark. Let's go and wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. If you haven't done so already, of course, my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. Y'all know this is Music Monday. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, more content on the way. Definitely more shorts on the way. Appreciate y'all for keeping the kid active in here. And it really means a lot. And I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. And I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to look, I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.